Hello and welcome back to not Aetherflux Hunters, but to the CT Avis channel. We are streaming tonight with our one-shot, or fun-shot, I guess we could call it, of Call of Cthulhu, the Border. We left off, I believe, with combat, and it did not look good for our player characters. I guess we might as well just get right into it, because we're hoping to get through this tonight and get into our proper mini campaign, if you will. Is that good? Okay, so I'm going to turn it over to our keeper, John Aiken. John.
As soon as you said that, I had all kinds of audio problems. Can you guys hear me?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Does it sound normal?
Yep. You sound normal. I mean,
not that I sound normal, but I mean, do I sound like
Yeah,
myself?
that's what yeah.
You were fine.
Okay. Your audio's coming through fine.
It was super weird. As soon as Chris hit the button, I'm like, wait, I lost all audio. Cool. That's fun. Yes, we are here to play Call of Cthulhu, the Dead Border. And we are in the middle of things. One thing I did forget, and I do want to bring up now because it's a good time for it. Anybody whose character, this is a mechanic thing, anybody whose character pulled out a weapon in the last round to use it, now goes up in the initiative order. Effectively, your dexterity is 50 is added to your dexterity. So if I look at the encounter list, we're back at the top of the round, I believe, with Heinrich. But Silverio, Marcus,
and Heinrich
had weapons. So Heinrich's
Vlad did
position.
too.
Vlad did as well?
Yeah.
I think basically everybody but me.
I think anyone who had a weapon on them.
I had a gun out, but I didn't jack all, so.
Dean does not, though, right? Okay. So I guess what makes sense then is to reorder this so that Rosa now would be just above Dean in the order. Because then everybody else would pretty much effectively just stay in the order they're in. Another correction. The Derringer that Marcus is using is a one-shot per round weapon. That includes the ability to reload at every round, so you don't lose your movement ability. I think I just had something else on the brain there. The other weapons that you have, and I don't think it spells it out in this VTT that we're using, but I believe everybody's weapon can be fired up to 3 times in a round. The problem is with each additional shot, you take on a bonus, a penalty die. So that's up to you if you want to decide to take more shots, but so every shot you take would have that penalty die. So if you take 2 shots, both shots will have a penalty die. The idea is you're not quite taking as much time to get the shots off inside of the same amount of time. There is a whole other question and a mechanic for Call of Cthulhu that involves semi-automatic and automatic weapons, which is kind of confusing, so I'm kind of glad we don't have that right now. I think that was... Sorry, did I interrupt someone?
I was going to say, should we even be bothering with firearms? Since I scored a critical hit and did nothing.
Well, I won't say you did nothing. I will say you did very little. How's that?
Just like my career.
Oh. All right. So we are back in the apartment. Actually, everybody except for Dean. Dean has tried to find his way, sort of exit stage right, even.
That's right. Comes the Murgatroyd.
There you go. So yeah, we are back now at the top of the round or top of the turn
Which-
order, rather, with Heinrich. Yes.
I was gonna say it's funny because I was gonna go with that like weird mid-Atlantic accent originally.
Totally cool if you do. I think someone else does in the regular game. I can't remember who that was is doing it. Was it Rid?
I think it's me.
Maybe it's you.
I'll think of.
I don't think.
Man, I don't know if I'll get to do it right tonight.
That,
I forgot I was doing your voice.
Yeah. Okay, so just to catch everybody up, the investigators were investigating a room in a boarding house that everybody was living in, and in that room was the deceased body, the body of someone else that they knew that was living there, who is now no longer living. And as a matter of fact, during their investigation of the room, where each player character had their own sort of secret agenda to search the room, the body of Mr. Gardiner came back to life in a way. His face peeling from the spiral-shaped deep scar that was self-inflicted and cut across from the crown of his head down and around his face and down to his throat. Which is a lovely image, I'm sure. But we are now in the midst of some sort of combat, and I will remind everybody, and in case anybody happens to be watching this, Call of Cthulhu is not a combat-based game. There is combat. Combat can happen, but combat is very deadly. As the players found out last week when Silverio, the beat cop, fired his service weapon, he ended up getting an extreme success, which does basically the maximum amount of damage that weapon can do, and it was damage value-wise more than enough to, I believe, instantly kill anybody in the group. However, in this case, we noticed, I believe, 2 shots connected from 2 different sources. I forget who fired the second one. Maybe that was Marcus, maybe,
I
with the
landed the
Derringer?
second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That the bullets seemed to be absorbed into the skin of this new creature that was Mr. Gardner. And in the locations where it was shot, the spiral-shaped scars on its body would immediately glow blue with this magical hue. And that's where we pick up. Mr. Engelman, you are up next. What would you like to do?
No, I thought I was muted. I instead muted myself because I was for once not muted. Everybody's kind of blocking the door at this point.
You can, but you can kind of like, don't think of this too much as a tactical map. Think of it more as just an arbitrary map to help you.
Well, no, but
realize
I'm
what
just
you
thinking of how that would affect how he's
Yeah. You
thinking.
would have okay, if you're looking for an exit, that would be difficult right now. Not impossible.
Okay. And where do I find movement again? Like how far?
It'll be on your character sheet as a move.
Move rate
stat.
7.
Yeah, so that is
So
the number
5
of.
times that is 35. Okay.
And so you can move that in yards while still taking an action.
Yards, that's a lot. Okay.
Yeah, so if your move is like 7, you can go 21 feet and still attack or fight or what have you.
Um. So, yeah, I guess he'll run up, try and stab it again. Success. 9 damage with the obsidian blade.
Nice.
Go ahead and if I can find this chart again. Give me one moment here. Roll a 1d20 for me, please. Okay. So, in your, you make a beeline straight for this creature, and you end up taking out the obsidian dagger and launching it into it, or diving it into it, its abdomen, right into its gut. But much like the bullets that you saw, the spiral-shaped tattoos right in that location glow immediately as soon as you strike. Now, you do feel like you've gotten some purchase on the thing, but from the bullets and from the knife itself, you don't see any blood or even anything that looks like a wound. And I did just realize something. So you're attacking with a knife. Actually, you should be lower on the encounter initiative list, but that's okay. We'll do that after this round.
You said it added, because I already started with 70 anyways.
Yeah, the handguns add 50 to your dexterity for your purposes of initiative. Not just
But not
handguns. Guns do. But not the knife. But that's all right. We'll count that starting the next full turn.
Okay.
So, moving on to Vlad.
Yeah, Vlad is gonna pop off a shot at this guy, and then I think he is going to run out the door.
Oh, I just realized something. Something I had forgotten. If
What's
you
that?
remember, because I forgot to describe it, if you remember, towards the end of the evening, the creature emanated a sound that sounded like what I described as an Aztec death whistle. A combination of a scream and a whistle coming from its throat. At that point, I had everybody roll, I believe it might have been a power check. Yes, it was a
It
power
was
check.
something. And I
Yep,
know I failed it.
and Dean and Vlad both failed it. So, Vlad, at this point, instead of what you were trying to do, you feel dazed. You feel like lightheaded.
Okay.
You feel lightheaded and almost like you've had one too many. Not quite drunk, not quite tipsy, but that feeling where your head just almost feels like detached from its body, like it's a balloon attached by a string to your body. You do feel sort of out of sorts. Now, you can move, but trying to do anything other than just moving, you find to be impossible.
Okay, then I'm gonna say that Vlad heads out the door of the apartment and into the hallway.
Okay,
Just this
go
shit
ahead.
is scary, man.
Roll a dexterity check for me, please.
Yes.
I'm sorry, roll a dexterity check with a penalty if you could.
Sure.
That was where you click, I believe, drag down.
Or
on
right
VTT.
click.
Yeah, you can right click.
right click?
Right.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting about that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Add penalty. Yup. Just one.
Yes, just one.
Okay.
One roll. please.
Failure.
Unfortunately, you can't push this roll. But as you turn to try and make your way out, you're tripping over your own feet. You don't fall, but you don't find yourself making in your own head. You're running sort of like the characters in Scooby-Doo do before their feet actually hit the ground. You feel like you're running, but you are literally just standing in place. It's like your brain and your feet just feel like they can't connect.
I'm
And
sure if Vlad is saying anything at this moment, it just sounds like, oh god, oh shit, oh god, Ah. Oh gee, oh gosh.
Severio. Severio, what would you like to do?
Can you tell me? All right, so I'm assuming all the lights in here are electric. It's not. It's
Yes.
not gas.
Wait. No, these are electric lights.
Are there any lamps? Are they all attached to the walls? Like
I
lamps?
actually, the two on either side of the door are attached to the wall. I believe so. The one on the nightstand is a lamp,
That's
and
good.
I thought the one on the table that you're near was a lamp. But let me actually check.
Oh, it looks like it's
Look.
attached to the wall. Looks like the other ones.
That might be just the map, though. Hold on one sec. It is attached to the wall. Okay, my bad.
Okay.
So, yes.
Well, being a simple beat cop and not a occultist, I don't know what to do other than to try to draw this guy away from everyone else. So I'm going to step here by the window. And this is a ground floor or second floor?
Second floor.
Well, kind of like my odds against gravity than this thing, if I have to. But I am going to, I'll take 2 shots at it.
Okay, go ahead and give me 2 handgun rolls with just 1 penalty each, please.
Okay, if I... You gotta throw that switch on, then you can go over here to your gear. And
Basically, it's taking recoil into consideration.
right, okay. Nope, I still don't see how to use the damn thing. Sorry.
No, don't apologize to me. It's like I said, it's new to everybody, and I don't know what it's like as a player. So,
Matt, when you just tried to use your handgun, how'd you do it?
When I was using the handgun, that wasn't the roll that I made with a penalty, if that's what you're asking.
If you do
But when I added
under
the penalty,
actions-
I just right-clicked on it.
bottom left actions, you should see attack with your weapon, and then if you right click on the word attack, use penalty bonus modify.
Oops, well, it did not let me right click on. Oh, there it is. All right, so fortunately, damn it. Oh. It's one
yeah.
penalty?
So, on both shots, yes.
So,
So the best way to do that for this first shot is to, I was gonna say roll again. Oh, you did a penalty on that one. Okay.
is it? I thought you said you had to do a penalty on both.
You do, but I saw that
Okay.
that first roll was done in error.
Yeah.
So what I was gonna
Alright.
do for that first roll is just have you roll the 10s die again instead. But this is fine.
Oh.
This works.
That would be better for me. All right, so
Maybe.
that's one miss
Yep.
and one hit. Ah.
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, and if you can, in the best way possible. I mean, it's not dead.
Oh,
But
yeah, I
describe
know
to me what it is that it looks like you're trying to do.
You're one ugly son of a bitch. And, being a little bit too free, like as he's trying to move, he kind of shoots one-handed and it misses. So his next one, he teacups it and aims and fires a second shot into the back of it. Basically trying to get it to come after him, I guess.
All right, go ahead and roll me a 1d20, please.
Sure. Where's that?
So the white circle on the bottom middle of your screen with the green squiggly thing? Yep, those are just generic dice. That's like your dice bag.
I got a starfish.
Yeah.
20?
That's
yeah,
a 20.
It says it under it.
Does that mean I shot him in the ass?
No, but as its back is to you, your first shot, right, it just goes right by. I probably should have had you roll a second penalty die. I just realized because there are other people within, like right in front of it or nearby it, in particular, Mr. Engelman. But that's okay. We'll count this as a hit. Your second shot, though, hits him square in the back of the head. And you notice that there's no glowing blue spiral patterns. As a matter of fact, his head is just a skull. A bloody, disgusting skull with sinew hanging off of it. Or not sinew, but, just pieces of flesh hanging off of it attached to the collar of the skin that was his face. And
Thanks, I hate it.
you can see that the bullet seems to not just disappear into the surface of the creature, but literally shatters a piece of its skull, and it goes flying off and embeds itself into the wall.
Sweet. Aim for the head.
Marcus.
Oh, bring and call that out, and hopeful and trying to not die. Marcus is going to take a step back too. Try and shoot this thing in the head. Is there a called shot mechanic in this?
Yes. So when you want to do like an aimed shot like this, you will be taking a penalty die. You could just take a regular shot like Silverio did and just leave it up to chance to see if you can get a headshot. But if you want to aim for the head specifically, you would roll the attack with a penalty.
I'll take one shot with a penalty. I think I can only make one anyway because it's Derringer. So, one shot. Penalty. Go. Oh, it's too far away. I could push it. That'd be 16 luck to land it. Or 19 luck, rather. It's a very different number than 16. Unless you turn the 6 upside down.
Yeah, and as a reminder, you can...
I'm going to burn 16 luck.
Yep, you can use luck to affect your attack rolls. You cannot push attack rolls. And you cannot use luck to affect botched rolls. Any rolls that come up as a critical failure, basically. All right, so you're going to spend the luck?
Yep. 9 luck,
Right.
or 19 luck, gone. Then,
All right. Sweet. That's a success. And Your single shot finds its way into its skull, blowing away a couple of its teeth and a little fragment of its jaw. It looks at you for just a moment, and it's still making that awful sound. It's starting to go away, but yeah, you've done some damage to the thing. Again, no glowing of the blue spiral patterns at all or anything. Rosa. Actually, Rosa, I need you to make me an intelligence check. However,
Somebody just say sandwich. I was just gonna say that, but I didn't think that would be appropriate.
I'll take the hit.
all right, I need you to make me an intelligence check. However, go ahead and make the check.
Just straight.
Yep.
Success.
So my however was going to be, however, in this case, you want to fail it. You cannot possibly comprehend that this was once the man that you fell in love with. Your brain is not, synapses are just not crossing correctly. You cannot seem to handle the idea that this creature before you that doesn't even have a face anymore, that it has just pieces of flesh hanging down, barely clinging on, and now you just saw two other people that live in your boarding room, or the boarding house, take shots at it and just take chunks of its face out of it, has got you to the point where you find yourself holding yourself and uncontrollably shaking, and you have no concept of what is even happening at this moment.
Sounds about right.
For this round, at the very least, you are, for all intents and purposes, incapacitated. You cannot move. You find yourself maybe heaped up on the ground, however you think your character may react to this. You just saw the person you love look like that and get pieces of his face blown off.
Yeah, it would have basically, actually my turn was basically going to stumble backwards and just in sheer awe of the person that I saw. So basically what you have described was actually kind of how I was going to play that out. So perfect.
Dean, you find yourself in the doorway. Oh, right. Dean, you find yourself in the doorway, and as much as you try to continue to move and run at top speed out of here, you feel the same way that I described to Vlad. Your head feels light. Right. You feel dizzy. You feel like you're trying to run, but you can't. However, go ahead and give me a dexterity check with a penalty, please. Yeah, so it's kind of the same deal. Yeah, it's almost like you're trying to run in the middle of an ice skating rink, but instead of walking carefully, you feel like you're trying to run as fast as possible, and you're wearing, flip-flops. You just cannot get anywhere. Because, Vlad, you are in this weird, dazed state.
Mm-hmm.
This creature that was once Mr. Gardner literally throws you aside. Just basically just backhands you, smacks you aside, and you find yourself sprawled on the floor directly next to Rosa. And then it moves. And it's going to... Dean, you can see what it's doing out of the corner of your eye. And you can see it reaching out now with both arms. Everybody can see this. Reaching out with both arms. And grabs the book from your hands, completely uncontested by yourself. You, in your head, you don't want to give it up, but try as you might. You feel like you have no choice. You can't. There's nothing you can do. This thing grabs the book, knocks you aside, sending you sprawling into the hallway.
That's the Dreamer's Dictionary.
Yes. And it starts to head towards the stairs. All right, now that we're back around Heinrich, I'm going to move you down to, in turn order, to just below Marcus. Vlad, normally it would be your turn at this moment. If you would like to try and move, go ahead and give me a dexterity check with a penalty.
Sure. I think I would still try and move. So dexterity penalty. All right. Yeah. I feel like maybe it's even the type of thing because I just got knocked over where I'm even just like trying to stand up and falling back down again. Just really at a loss.
And kind of like I described with Dean, you're even trying to stand up on, what feels like a surface of ice. You just can't seem to get your hands and feet underneath you. I will say, mechanically, starting next round, you'll be fine. So I guess in game terms, you can start to feel the haziness start to erode from the corners of your mind. Silverio.
Present. Wow. These are 5-foot squares?
Ish. Again, just tell me what you'd like to do and we'll see what makes sense.
I guess when I come in here, come out in the hall. What the hell?
Oh, I did forget one thing. Hold on. Let me do
One
this
hand.
real quick. Vlad, sorry. When he knocked you down to the ground, you take 1 point of damage.
Oh, okay.
Dean, when he shoved you to the side, you take 1 point of damage. Probably just from hitting the wall and from the power of his arm. Sorry, Chris, go ahead.
I was just debating with myself. On the one hand, it's leaving us alone. And, as long as the civilians are okay in here, that's good. But I should probably pursue it. Because it's obviously dangerous. So I guess I'll step out in the hall and I'll take another couple shots at it.
Okay. How many shots are you going to take? 2 again?
Yes, I'll save 1 bullet for myself.
Okay, go ahead and roll with the penalty.
Success in the first shot. Let's see, that would require 28 luck. Man. So I say I hit with the first shot.
Okay, roll 1d20. One thing I should have reminded you is if you did want to take an aimed shot, that you would have to add an additional penalty die. So, is that something you would have wanted to have done?
Probably. Yeah. Yes. So I was the one who shoot him in the head. So why I just hit D10 again? Or D100?
Just 1d10, and we'll replace the success result with that number.
Oof. Is that an 80?
Yeah, it becomes an 83 at that point for the first roll.
So I missed both shots.
You do.
Actually, I got one more bullet. Can I shoot? Seeing like
Sure.
I didn't hit.
I think so. Let me double check real quick. Because this is the part I can't remember. If you have to take yet an additional. Give me 1 sec. Sorry about this. If you can just bear with me here. I can't find it right now, but you know what? Just for the sake of my sanity, go ahead and make the roll with just the 1 penalty for the third shot.
Oh. Click, click.
That was
click,
it. So yeah, probably. I mean, you can describe it to me, but I was gonna say probably because you're kind of flustered and this thing is not to your liking.
Yeah, I come
yeah.
out. I kind of stumble past Mr. Engelman. China, is everyone okay? I come out in the hall. I check to see that Menard's okay, and then I look to see it's run down the hall. And I just kind of squeeze off 3 shots. For the first 2 shots, real quick, and then when I see they don't hit, I tried the third shot, and it misses too.
Yeah, the walls, each wall has a new hole in it. The ceiling has a new hole in it. Marcus.
Seeing that it is now turned tail and started running, I'm going to try and reinforce that decision on its part. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm going to run out here and crack 1 shot off on it, aiming for the head.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a handgun roll with the penalty.
1 penalty. Nope, far out. I can't even burn luck for that.
Yeah, because that's 24 points of your target. Yep.
That's right. You better go. Whatever the hell you are.
Heinrich, now you are up.
Yeah, go, bye. I think at this point he's just gonna kind of like lean against the shelving there and just rest because this is a bit much for him.
Okay. Rosa, you've got your wits about you, although you don't feel right. You, I mean, I don't know, you can describe it to me. You're probably in tears at this point, but you're feeling more yourself again. It was just a moment. You had that brief moment of whatever that was. what would you like to do?
I'm gonna run out to the doorway, kind of stick my head out, and I guess look to see which way it's going. I guess right now I'm in like self/family preservation mode, and just looking to see where it's headed. In relationship to I guess where would my apartment or room, whatever, be? I'm thinking if it's headed in that direction or something like that, just to kind of, for whatever reason.
No, it is heading towards the stairs that go down
Okay.
to the first floor.
Okay. Did your mic just change or something? Because all of a sudden you got like really echoey. Like for some reason, like your mic just switched to a different one.
You noticed you got louder.
It was louder, but definitely tinnier.
Is that better?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, we'll go with that.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna, kind of like stick my head out and just, I guess look and see where it goes. But I'm in no position to do anything about it.
Okay, Dean, you do feel like you are no longer have that cloudy head again. You seem to be back to yourself.
And he's going towards the stairs.
Mhm.
But he's got my damn book. So, I need that book back. But I'm powerless to stop him. I see that guns are doing things, but I don't have one. There's nothing in the hallway I can chuck at him.
Well, the book which book did you think he grabbed?
He grabbed the Dreamer's Dictionary.
Geez, unless I was mistaken, he would have been grabbing for that book of dream memories.
Oh,
that
the
the
Greek
one-
book. No, it's a different book.
Yeah. The Greek book written by the Irish monk. Or about the Irish monk.
That's what my notes say. That's very funny.
As a matter of fact, that's exactly what you find yourself doing at the moment, real quick, is you realize, oh, he grabbed that book.
Oh, well, fuck. I don't need that book. I mean, well, now I kind of want it, but... I don't know what I can do.
Well, I'll remind everybody, doing nothing is doing something.
I probably live upstairs, right?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna go to the... I imagine there's upstairs on the other side of the hallway.
Yep. Basically, the way the house works is that there's stairs going up to the hall, then you go across the hall, up the next stairs, back across the hall, up that stairs, etc.
Yeah, and I'm going towards the stairs that go up, but I'm also gonna see where Rose's son went. Because he was hanging out at the top of the stairs.
Yep, good call. You do not see him on the stairs, or even up the stairs
Tommy?
from your angle.
Can you hear me?
Right?
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm gonna start going up the stairs a bit.
You hear his voice. Yeah, what's all that commotion down there?
No, you stay up there. You stay up there. You stay up there.
Is my ma down there? I'll come down and see if she's
no,
okay.
you stay up there. I'm coming up there.
I heard a lot of clatter, stuff that sounded
Yes,
like
is.
gunshots.
Exactly. I need you to stay at the top of the stairs. And I'm gonna go to the top of the stairs.
Say finally. Ah, gee.
I know it's a bummer. But we're gonna sit here. And that's what I'm doing. As I try to figure out what the heck I just encountered.
Okay, hang on one sec here. So, this Mr. Gardner thing starts to head towards the stairs at the bottom or at the end of the hallway. But as it does so, it does turn around and locks eyes with Rosa for just a moment.
I heard something. I don't think I heard everything. I think your noise filter is muting part of it because it's coming. We hear the monstrous voice, but I have no idea what he's saying.
You just said Rosa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then with that, you hear him like just barrel down the stairs. And as far as you guys understand it, unless anybody else is giving chase, I guess I should ask that first. So if he'll start it,
Nope.
I think.
I think I better call this in.
Hey, isn't a detective on their way here?
Yeah.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, not a hell of a lot of time has passed since then. I mean, in our time, it's been a week, but in this time, it's really only probably been maybe half an hour, maybe an hour tops, to look around the room and for this thing to show up. But yeah, you find yourself out of combat and back to your healthy selves, mostly.
Is everyone okay?
As okay as anyone can be, seeing whatever all that was.
Does anybody? I have an idea what that was. What am I going to report?
I'd rather I didn't.
Probably have an idea, but I'd have to look into it.
Well, are you too busy right now? Because now would be a good time to look into it.
Oh yes, I'm dreadfully. No, I'm not busy. What the?
After some time of you talking and figuring out what it is that you just experienced, Detective Lieutenant Mulligan does eventually show up, and we don't need to roleplay this part out, but he does show up and you talk about it. Well, unless Chris, unless you want to talk to him.
I was just trying to think about, like, do I tell him? Like, do we tell him what we actually saw and all wind up in the nuthatch, or? What do the rest of you think?
I saw a guy who had mutilated himself pretty badly. We thought he was dead, but obviously he wasn't. And he ran off.
He was on cocaine.
Played post. There you go.
No, that stuff's still good, isn't it?
We're not going to mention that. But yeah, he was on. We found the cocaine. We thought he was dead because of all the blood, but it was just a head wound. It was a bad head wound. So there was a lot of blood, you see. And then he jumped up all.
And he went nuts.
Yeah, all zooted out of his mind, and he started thrashing around and clawing at people, and grabbed the book from poor Mr. Menard and dashed away before anyone could stop him. I had, of course, stop and make sure all of you guys were all right. Or I would have.
You see him with his,
courageous thing you've done, officer.
you see him with his notepad, and he starts writing things down, or he has been this whole time. He's standing out in the hallway. Right
that was me. That was me talking to these guys before he got here to get our.
Okay, that's fine.
Get our story straight.
Okay. So, yeah, Detective
So,
Mulligan's.
That's why we tell him, like, yeah, we thought he was dead. Apparently, he was just knocked out, overdosed on cocaine, popped up, went crazy, grabbed a book, and ran away.
Uh-huh. So a dead guy just got up and walked away with a book.
Lieutenant, we thought he was
Ran.
dead. Yeah, he ran.
Uh-huh. Oh, he ran, did he? Dead guy got up and ran.
He wasn't dead.
He's
We
not
thought he was
dead yet.
Mostly dead.
I'm picturing this scene playing out where, like, each time he says it, a different one of us is just like, no, we only thought he was dead, you see.
Uh-huh.
He appeared to be mostly dead, but was actually partially alive.
All right. Over the following weeks, you do manage to piece together the truth of the situation. That James Gardiner enjoyed a vivid and fantastical dream life, but somehow lost his ability to actually dream again. He sought occult solutions to regain those dreams and found a spell in a tome that he believed would open the way for them to return, but unfortunately, the spell and the book were cursed. You discover a lot of this based off of Dean's findings afterwards. Some strange entity from another world had tricked Gardner into performing the rituals he found in that tome. One prepared his body to become a vessel for the foul entity, while the other led to his death, sending poor Gardner's soul into oblivion. His empty body could then be possessed by the entity, just as you discovered. Mostly. There seemed to be some snippet of Mr. Gardner still in there, as Rosa discovered. But due to your timely actions, you feel proud to have played your part in foiling the schemes of some sort of monster from beyond. Perhaps this incident has changed you, and perhaps changed your future. Perhaps there are dark and unwholesome things out there that you feel like might want to break into our world. And perhaps some of you will eventually decide to join the fight to stop them. And that is where we will end the Dead Border.
Yay! Did we really stop him though? Did we really foil the creatures? Because like it got what it wanted. It came alive in our world. Got away.
We will never know. Will he show up again? Will he end up as dead as he once was? Who knows? So, thank you for playing the Dead Border. We can queue up the next game if you'd like. Thank you.
All right,
Chris, I know you need to do some overlay stuff, so
Uh-huh.
if anybody is viewing this right You'll see some behind the scenes stuff, I think.
Yeah, it's gonna look like garbage. All right, so if
you're
everyone
curious-
could give me their character names in
Oh, yeah.
in our Discord chat.
And I'm going to send a link to the new game where you'll be able to join with and select your characters. Okay.
That's good because I don't remember my last name.
Okay. Give me 1 sec here.
I'm mostly only using the first names here, just legible.
All right.
I think we're gonna keep the same background and just change the names.
And don't forget to choose your character. And let me know if it's not there. It should be there. If it's not, then I've done something wrong.
I do see names.
I do not see names. Let me try this again.
Let me make sure I've got it.
Found me.
Okay, good.
It's down low.
Oh, and I took some liberties by adding character art for your characters. Tim, I know you had originally drawn a picture of yourself. I went ahead and added one for you, if that's okay.
That's fine. Why doesn't it? I'm gonna reopen it because it's not giving me the option to even.
Who's
Is
Brick?
That's me.
That's yeah.
Joining game.
Punch the
I
initiative.
don't see the new game anywhere.
It just
don't
keeps
see it
trying to
in the
get me
link I
to
sent?
join Alchemy Unlimited.
Okay, let me try that again. Just need to figure out how to do it again.
All right. The link took me to the web app, but I have the app on my computer.
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah,
play
so
from
Yeah,
there.
open up the game and then it'll show up in the app.
Oh, okay.
Oh, is
Choose
that what
the
it did?
campaign. Yeah, choose the campaign and it'll show up in the app.
Harvest. There it is. Let's
All right.
see. Excuse me.
So that,
Me.
Hey, it's got my full name.
It does. And if your character sheet had
there it is.
like backstory information, I did copy them over. So anybody that didn't have that part filled out in Roll20, I didn't copy it over. So if you have a copy of that somewhere, like on the PDF or something, if you could resend that to me, I can add it for you, or you can feel free to add it yourself to your own characters if you want.
All it wants me to do is join.
Boatload.
If I'm not purchasing anything, it won't let me choose somebody.
That
That's
doesn't sound right.
odd.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Let's see. My character was an old guy. Did I do a voice for this guy? I cannot friggin' remember at all.
I
Our
think
disclaimer
he was,
is
Remember
our
mine.
voices might be inaccurate for this first feature.
I think you gave him a part like almost Freud German thing. Kind of.
Oh, okay.
I think. Maybe not.
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah. All right. I don't.
Harvest
man, I
Moon
really don't
Masquerade is
remember.
the game.
Yes.
If I join game,
Mm-hmm.
it says Alchemy Unlimited. $8 a month.
You don't want that.
Me no comprende.
And if I X out of that, I'm just at the screen. Like where I would normally have it, but I've got no.
Hmm.
Okay, let me try something here. Nope, that doesn't work. I can only
For now,
whisper to you or play as
Calling
you.
him the Pennsylvanian.
Yeah, I don't even remember my character's name now.
If you're a Punisher fan, you'll get the double entendre.
Shoot. News of the players talking about that information.
So weird.
Let me see.
Strapping young man.
I was able to edit my own info so I could throw in the rest of the backstory in there.
I think I can hear my cat summoning a demon.
Was
Either that or he's hacking up in the hallway.
Was it
It sounds
missing parts of it?
horrific.
It only
Thought
had
I
my
heard that.
personal description, but didn't have all the other junk in there.
Oh,
It
the other stuff should be there.
Oh no, I had some of the other stuff, but it didn't have like backstory stuff.
Oh, I thought I added all of
So,
it. Like
that's
I had
okay,
a
I just
ton
added
for
it.
you.
I had
Alright.
a ton, so I just added a whole bunch in there, straight from the character sheet.
Well, I see my backstory stuff.
The,
I
Alright, I'm
vaguely
gonna send an
remember this.
invite to you, Tim. I don't know how this works, but see if that does it. I don't know if Tim, you saw some kind of invite. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in the game. I'm just not getting a choice to. Like, it's just not giving me the option to choose anybody. Because I see my recent games include the Harvest Moon Masquerade, which is the new one.
And you don't see any other characters you can choose from?
I click on that, it brings me to the join game, which you normally see. You know, do I want my voice chat or video? I say join game, and then it just pops up Alchemy Unlimited, $8 a month.
Using the app.
Does not.
Yes,
Did you close it?
yes.
Okay. I got nothing. That was my-
Did you
that
just
was
ask if you
for-
turned it off and turned it on again?
Fired watermarks.
Let me see if there's a way that I can assign you a character. Hang on.
Bobby, you mind just being Brick? Because I couldn't see your whole name. Well, maybe I can.
No, that's fine.
Bartholomew Brick. What's your last name?
You can call him
Brick McAllister.
Bart McAllister.
Huh?
Yeah, you can just call him Bart McAllister if you'd like.
Oh, you gotta be Brick, man. Holy crap, you're
I mean,
6'8"?
Yeah,
This is all I get. And if I
Timothy,
decide-
Christmas man.
that's why. I
Oh,
got
hey!
I just added a character for you.
Yeah, it just forced me into Anton. Yay!
Okay, there you go. I didn't know I could do that. That was kind of cool. I had to Google that.
Right, Anton from Pennsylvania.
So I guess let me know in the future if you have a hard time finding your own characters again, because I can do that for you.
Thank you.
So yeah,
Uh,
I have
now
it
I
in his
can draw
backstory.
them.
Why it's
Anton
fun.
has some sanity.
Let me see, because Bob, I don't know. I pasted quite a bit in there.
Yeah, I just threw in 2 paragraphs worth of junk.
Is that in the notes part on the first page?
Backstory, personal description.
Oh, hold on. Let me see. Okay.
It is 9:12.
backstory-
Yep. Tell us to keep
Yep.
eye on the clock because we're not gonna. We have a 10 o'clock hard cutoff.
Yep. That's fine.
Tim, do you have other characters created?
No. But he forced me into
He's
one,
in
so
now.
I exist now.
He's got one
Okay.
now. Yeah.
I was wondering, I was looking at some of the numbers there that you've like maxed out on a couple of things there. So I'm wondering, it's like, hey, you want to do this and cough it up.
Oh, I see. So, like, if you've maxed out the number of characters you can play,
Perhaps?
maybe I don't know. That's weird.
Oh,
'Cause from my
maybe because
understanding. Well, from my understanding, you can play in any number of characters so long as it's in a game that like the DM is running. So maybe that's
Yeah.
what I had to do was just force you to play one.
oh yeah, because I had done that test one with you before, so maybe that was like
Oh yeah, maybe. Well, that's all right. That doesn't hurt anything.
yeah, this is fine.
Okay.
Oh, this character actually has luck.
Yeah. So you actually, if I remember correctly, have quite a bit. So,
Yes. I have 83 luck. Last time I had 35.
Yeah. Don't be afraid to spend it. You know, spend it if you've got it. That's what it's there for. However, as everybody has experienced before in like the dare, sometimes rolls rely on your luck, but luck and sanity are some of those things that sometimes get to be added upon at the end of a scenario.
This artwork is fantastic, by the way.
Yeah.
Which one are you seeing?
I'm looking at all the portraits.
Oh, good. Glad you like those. I tried to find the right look, even if it didn't quite match everything. But I also tried to keep everybody's interests in mind too. So,
Oh, he's good.
yeah, and I forgot that Trombley. I forgot that you had made your character old, as old as he
Yeah,
was.
yeah, he's an old guy.
But yeah, he's
A retired teacher.
that works.
I like that Hampton kind of reminds me of Egon.
He does a
Kind
little,
of
doesn't
have an
he?
Egon look.
So
I wonder what his hobbies are and if they involve slimes, molds, and funguses.
Just see what
So-
he does with the toaster.
as a reminder, and as maybe you guys can help me out with this, the last time that these characters had played, you had just you had found your way by answering an ad in Strange Tales magazine, I believe it was, and you found your way traveling by ferry to get to the city of Arkham. The ferry, unfortunately, crashed, and everybody survived and had to get to an island where there was a lighthouse where you guys found some strange happenings there. After that, you did eventually make your way to Arkham, where you connected with a Colonel Critchlow Stanton. Colonel Critchlow, as he's called instead of Colonel Stanton. Colonel Critchlow, you found him in a bar on the corner of one of the streets in Arkham. The bar itself is on the corner, and from the outside looks a lot like the Winchester from if someone can help me with the name of the movie, but so I can't even think of where they want to wait for the zombie apocalypse to blow over. So it's on the corner, so it's got a
Shaun
corner.
of the Dead?
Shaun of the Dead, thank you.
Just wait for
So-
it all to blow over.
Yep. So it's a lot like that with the doors on the corner and then, the wall is proper. But because of Prohibition, the bar was no longer operating as a bar, but just as a restaurant. From there, you found your way into the back where there's a speakeasy, and that's actually where Colonel Critchlow invited you into the SEA, the Society for Explorers and Adventurers. In there, you met some of the other members of the SEA, like the waitress, the mixologist who ran the bar and the speakeasy. Upstairs was also an inn, and that is where, at present, all of you are holed up. I am working on trying to build this into a sort of map that we can use as a reference. But then Colonel Critchlow got an assignment, essentially, from somebody in Boston. And that's where you found yourself, going to Boston, doing some investigative research about a house. And in that house, you found some things that were disturbing, like a haunting of sorts. I believe Sam found like a finger or a thumb stuck in a drain that was causing the bathtub not to drain properly. Weird stuff like that. And then eventually you found your way into the basement where you faced off with some sort of creature. As a matter of fact, before you had done so, Anton made an amazing shot and ended up shooting a knife out of midair, blowing it into smithereens. In this other room behind a hidden wall, that was where this creature resided. And with some to do, you were able to dispatch it. Morgan ended up finding, I think, taking pictures of an astronomical detail of some sort, and also found a book that I think at the time I said was written in Latin, but I wanted to retcon that and say that it was written in German. Also, during that fight, Hampton, your doctor of medicine in the party, found himself uncontrollably eating and force-feeding himself handfuls of nails. It's been a number of months since then. Hampton had to go to the hospital, was able to recover fully after some surgery to both remove the nails as well as get some dental work done. However, you do have at least a couple teeth that are not looking quite the same. This does not affect your appearance score at all. It's just more of a happenstance of what occurred that day.
You really nailed that smile there, Doc.
And everybody has a current residence in the inn above the SEA bar. The SEA is also associated with the SEU, and that is the Society for Exploration and something else that I can't remember because I didn't write it down, which is an organization that's a part of Arkham University. One day, Colonel Critchlow finds a letter that was sent to him. And the letter was addressed from a Dr. Lydia Crane. And in that letter, well, let's see. He gathers everybody together in the back room, the speakeasy, if you will. The only person who's not here just yet is Bob's character, Brick. So I received this letter from Dr. Lydia Crane from a town called Harper's Hollow, Western Massachusetts. Looks like she's been a resident of Harper's Hollow for only a couple of years, but she has some suspicions that there's some strange goings on and has some concerns about their Halloween and how they enjoy it in the town. So what I would like you to do, based on what she has informed me of here, that she thinks there may be something sinister and perhaps even occult happening in the town. I would like if you guys could travel to Harper's Hollow to investigate and see maybe what may be happening.
Does she mention
then
anything
Jimmy.
in particular, Colonel?
She mentioned that it's during a festival of sorts that she suspects that some of the village people that live in the town, I guess townspeople that live in the village, either way, uh, have gone missing just about every Halloween. It always seems to coincide with this festival. But beyond that, she hasn't really said much else.
Wait, they go missing. Do they come back? Did the cops get involved? What's going on?
She hasn't said. Maybe that's something you can find out and discover for yourselves. Jimmy, the mixologist, is behind the bar, and anybody who wants a drink, he offers it. Says, but without further ado, I believe the festival is happening in just a day or two. So if you don't mind heading out there, it'll probably take you the better portion of today to get there. Takes a couple hours to drive out there these days. Way faster than by, horse, the way it used to be, of course.
Well, gang, it looks like we've got another mystery to solve.
Let's see, which one's Daphne, Velma?
Yes.
One of you's the druggie.
Unusual circumstances, mysterious disappearances. This should prove to be a very interesting case.
Fine. Finish up your drinks, gentlemen, and maybe if you need anything on the way out. However, I believe time is of the essence, at least insofar as travel is concerned. Report back when you are done. And let's be careful out there.
Yeah, let's hope it's nothing like it was last time.
Yes, that was fairly weird. However, that is what we do. We work in the department of the weird.
I do not think I'm that weird.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, it's silly. Keep going.
I was just going to be silly too, so sorry.
All right. On your way, and as a matter of fact, Rick's sheet has the name for it, but after I looked it up, both Rick, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. Both Hampton and Larson both have vehicles. Hampton's vehicle is, I believe, fairly large and can fit everybody into it. Yeah, because as a matter of fact, on Larson's sheet, I have car, make and model will need to be decided. So I guess Hampton, this is where you come in with your car. And I'm assuming everybody gets underway, right?
Yep.
Yes,
Nice
sir.
wheels you got, Doc.
Yeah, Rick, if you need to, I believe it's under gear. You can see what kind of car it is.
Hey, does the SE, was it the SEA? Yeah. Does the C provide any equipment for us?
Yeah, just some basic sundries if you need be. Nothing too fancy. We have some money for these sorts of things, but not a whole boatload. But we will have to run everything by Oliver, the treasurer, first. So, what is it that you need?
Well, apparently I've got 2 handguns, so it looks like I'm covered in that department. I have a switchblade as well. I don't know. What did we need last time, guys?
Boy, you're armed to the teeth.
At least to the neck.
We have repair kit, but maybe need repair kit for people too. Or we have doctor with that.
I believe Dr. Lockhart could probably assist you with that. Dr. Lockhart, is there anything... That's Hampton, Rick's character. Is there anything you might need that we can help you supply you with?
I think I'm fairly well situated here.
Like,
Okay.
I don't think I saw it on your sheet, but you do have at least a doctor's bag and some basic first aid type.
I don't have
stuff,
shit
so-
on my sheet.
Right. But feel free to write that down. You have,
Right.
doctor's bag, bandages, things
Okay.
of that nature.
Remember, I've got my big wrench in my toolkit.
And I love is unrealistic as it may be. Like, I always imagine it's like a giant wrench because it's used
Yes.
for airplanes. So
Yes.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. It is a comically large wrench.
Right.
Like
Even
there's
though there's-
no reason anyone should be walking around with it.
right, and there's probably not a single bolt on that plane you have that's that big.
It's lucky wrench, you see.
Is used for
You
is used for attaching propeller. You don't
I
want
like to
that
think that
loose.
on the side of the handle, it actually says "lucky," like scratched out. So yeah, you find yourself on your way. You're driving west into in Massachusetts towards, I guess that would be the New York border. But as you're heading that way, you happen to see a car pulled over. It's obvious that it has been broken down, and you can see that the driver in it has got his head under the hood, but he's mostly fanning a bunch of steam around. And then you see this, speaking of comically large, you see this comically large guy leaning against the side of the car. Bob, this is where you come in. And I assume you guys pull over because that's sort of the buy-in for this game. Otherwise, if you blow past him, it's going to suck for Bob.
We all say
That's the
fuck
bad, like,
hitchhikers.
Jason Voorhees.
Just ask,
Oh, look at those
Fix.
nerds.
just ask Trombley what can happen when you try to do a simple introduction and it turns into a chase sequence.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's a story.
So
Insurance, what's that? Oh no, I don't want nothing to do with that. All right, sorry.
I'll have to find out more about that. So Hampton, you're driving. I'm going to take the assumption that you pull over.
Yes. See if this guy needs some help.
Well, let's see. I know nothing about cars. Wait, we got an We got
I
an
do.
airplane.
I know. I can fix. If broken, I can fix. Or tell you it not fix.
Oh yeah, go ahead and give me a what is it? Mechanical.
Should
Trying
we
to
introduce
Mechanical
ourselves
repair.
first, rather than just
You
getting out of the
can.
car and looking?
No. Anton's just gonna start looking at the vehicle.
That seems on
Grab
par.
the big wrench. Just start looking at the vehicle.
All right, so
Like while the
Anton,
rest of us are saying hello. And that is Anton.
Anton, while
Yo!
you're doing that, yeah, you do see that it's probably a simple repair. The biggest problem, though, is that all 4 tires are flat and they only have 1 spare. Bob, you are leaning against this car. I don't know where you're on the way to. It's up to you to figure that out and fill that in if you'd like. But guys, this is Bob. Bob, this is guys.
So, young man, you seem to be in a bit of a spot of bother here.
Yep. So I'm my way to. Well, I don't know. I heard Troy, but don't have to go there. It's really nothing there for me. This car's had the radish. It's dead. No way it's gonna make it.
Did you
Just
roll
need a
over
ride.
something? Did you roll over something and blow the tires, or they just collapse under your weight? I say that respectfully, sir.
You're a funny
So Bob,
man.
Looking up at you.
there is since you don't
I can
own
fix
a
all
car
but
yourself,
tire. Rest I can make work great. But your rubber is flat as his jokes.
Thanks.
And Bob,
He's
you do
Pennsylvanian,
have
by the
a-
way.
Yeah.
So this is a hired car and a hired driver,
Right.
Since you don't have a car yourself, but so you're not driving it yourself. Just FYI.
Yeah, I don't know. I poked at it for a bit, but tires.
That's why this broke.
Look here, little man.
So the driver says, "Oh, looks like you can get yourself a ride with these fellas. Looks like they got room for one more, and even if they didn't, they might have to poke a hole in the roof. But yeah, no, I think this car's kaput. But I got a fella nearby. I can walk over to him. It's gonna take me probably all day to get there and back. But you might want to pick up a ride with these fellas."
Well, I appreciate it, sir. I will give you a few dollars for your trouble, and I'll just head
Oh.
on with these folk.
Oh, thank you kindly. And
It's no trouble
You
at all. Hop on in. I forgot my character was from Scotland.
Scotland, yep. You can go ahead and describe yourself, Bob, so that the others know exactly what you look like, other than comically large.
I mean, that does kind of encompass it.
I've brought his portrait up for the viewers at home. Bartholomew Brick
yes, he is.
McAllister.
As it says in the description, he is a rugged, muscular man, about 6'8", with short, curly red hair and hazel eyes. His skin is mostly tanned and leathery from being outdoors. He's wearing a forest green twill trousers with brown leather suspenders, brown leather hiking boots, and a long sleeve white button-up shirt with the sleeves rolled up to his elbows. Yeah, he's a big guy.
And he's 6 foot huge.
He's gigantic.
So, what's your name there, pal? I'm Sam Slade. Yeah, that's my name.
My given name is Bartholomew. My family calls me Bart. My friends call me Brick.
I
Brick.
will call you Bart. No, not family. I will call you something else. John?
Hopefully, we'll be his
This
friends, Anton, and we'll call him Brick.
Oh, okay.
Easy, to the point. I like it. Name's Larson.
It's good to meet you all.
Morgan Granville, at your service.
And Hampton Lockhart, it's nice to meet you.
Likewise. Take
Tom
your time,
Kunitov.
mechanic.
At mechanic service?
As suspected. German fella.
No. I fight is
No.
German.
No, he's from Pennsylvania.
Huh.
I think he's Pennsylvania.
Frockville.
Accent. From what?
No, I spent some time in Europe. Sounds awful German.
No.
Okay.
Ty понимаешь русский язык?
That's the Pennsylvanian coming out.
We all kind of turn and look.
I think you just vapor locked our new friend here.
Right?
All right.
Yeah, Brecky's a little further east of Germany.
Pretty far west of Germany currently. Anyway, let's not stand around in the dark.
Yeah,
get
let's
out of
not
here.
let's not rehash the Great War. I think humanity learned a valuable lesson. We'll never do that nonsense again.
It wasn't all that great.
Okay. And you find yourselves back in the car. Hampton drives the rest of the way. And before you know it, you do find yourself in the town of Harper's Hollow. You'll have to forgive some of the AI nonsense, but the town itself is small. No idea what the population is, but you would have to gather from the size of what you can see as you're pulling in, maybe only a couple of hundred. And I'm going to go ahead and give a handout here. Let me assign it to everybody. So you should be able to see that now, at least in the handout section there. The main part of the town square, I guess. By the way, some of the labeling on the map there is the words are a little bit askew. Where it says sheriff's office, that's the, again, comically large building to the south below the river. Not to scale is what I should say. And the town square is that squarish looking region where some of the roads intersect. You guys come in from the east, or what here looks like the southeast a little bit. So where it says road to Arkham, that's actually the road going east, not the road going north. So sorry about the confusion there, but there you go. So as you're coming in from the east and as you approach the town square, you do notice that the square itself really only has a handful of buildings. This place doesn't really look like it has stepped too far beyond the 19th century. A lot of the buildings are really just remnants of it. A couple of new buildings, but not very many from what you can see. At the north end of the town square is a church. And that seems to be, from what you can tell, not that the rest of the buildings are ill kept, but the church itself seems to be impeccably kept. It's very nice. Maybe even the newest building there, possibly. And as you pull in, one of the things that Colonel Critchlow had mentioned to you was to meet up with Dr. Crane at the local historical society. She seems to run it in Harper's Hollow. The town itself is decorated for Halloween. And at this time, it's very basic. So there's, ropes hanging across from building to building across the street with nothing more than some wooden or even some paper cutouts of jack-o'-lanterns. Every now and then you see sort of hand-drawn and hand-painted wooden decorations of skeletons and things of that nature. Being that it's in October, it is the leaves are starting to fall. I actually have probably mostly fallen at this point. A little bit more than, realistically when you look out your own windows, a little bit more than that. Temperature's chilly, but not quite cold. It's a crisp air with a little bit of a humidity to it. And you can see the people kind of coming and going. There's not a whole lot of cars. Probably about the number of cars you see in this background photo is probably the total number of cars the town may have, from what you can assess. And people are going about milling about their business. You can see that there's some hullabaloo towards the northern end of the square, closer to the church, where they seem to be setting up for what you assume to be the festival. There's lots of hay bales piled up. There's a lot more decorations in that area. And as you noticed when you first pulled into town, just beyond that seems to be a bunch of farmland. So you couldn't see from the road exactly what it is that they were growing, but it's obvious that they're growing something, some sort of crop. All the way on the other side of town, if you were to pass through the town square, would be the Cranes Historical Society on the western side across a narrow stream. And again, to the south, there is a little road that goes out of the town square across the river, and that's where the sheriff's office is. So, what do you do?
Just as a point of order, I mean, Brick's not one of us.
He's not.
Hey, Brick. We're sort of here on business. We're trying to investigate something kind of unusual that's been going on. Some people have been going missing. I'm not gonna lie to you. Some of the stuff we get involved in is a little hair raising.
Creepy.
But you look like you might be a kind of guy we'd want around if things got sticky. If we had to apply a little physical presence. Yeah, you interested? We could put a word in with you with our boss. Maybe call this a trial basis audition, if you will.
In my travels, I have seen some things, but I can also hold my own. So sure.
Yeah.
You can hold your own things. Good.
This man is funny.
Be sure is. Yeah, so we're going to go to the Historical Society and meet our contact, Dr. Crane.
And as you start to head that way, at this point, pretty much everything is available to travel on foot. Are you going to drive to Cranes? Are you going to park in the town square? There's plenty of places to park. There's no formal parking area or parking spots. You could literally just park against a curb if you'd like at any point. Hampton, your call, since you're driving.
Yeah, just kind of off to the side, and it's a small enough area here, so yeah, just find a decent place to park. And...
Okay. As you get out of the car, and as you start to walk over towards the Historical Society, you can hear, once you're out of the car, you can hear that you can't make anything out distinctly, but you can tell that there are a number of people in the church. So not only are they decorating things on the outside of the church along the sides of it towards where the fields are, but you can hear, it almost sounds like there's a church gathering, almost like a mass that's going on in there. You can hear sort of a louder voice, probably someone giving a sermon or something. And you do hear some responses from the attendees. And
Can we pause a second to look at that? Because I don't know what kind of
Yeah.
church service would be going on for Halloween.
Sure, of course. Do you guys go to the church or into the church?
I forgot. Did Rick say we're driving or walking?
You're out of the car.
Is it Halloween? Is it the 31st?
It is the 30th.
A little too early to be a mass in preparation for All Saints.
Oh, let's give it a listen.
Ah, he's odd.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a listen. Maybe we'll hear something interesting.
Okay, everybody's heading to the church.
Yep.
Sure, sounds
It's
good.
until you get to the door, you can't really hear anything definitive. Um, Again, you can hear sort of a louder voice and a couple of callbacks from the parishioners, but you can't hear exactly what they're saying. So from the outside, you can't make anything out in specific. Do you go in?
I don't know. Do we?
Okay.
Don't see why not. There are rules about walking in on a sermon.
It's
Nah.
church. You go in. That's how you'd work, right?
I think you take your hat off, if I remember my choir board days.
Yeah, whoever decides to open the door, you open the door without any effort. You see inside, it's relatively brightly lit. It's still daytime. Getting a little bit to be later in the afternoon. But there are still candles lit, as you would probably find in most churches, even during the day. The candles flicker with the breeze that comes in through the door. And you see a pulpit at the far end of the church. And standing at the pulpit is a wiry looking older fella wearing a black cassock or robe. And he stands there with his hands spread wide. And as he speaks, you can kind of hear a tremble in his voice. And he says, "Brothers and sisters, tonight we give thanks for the harvest, for the bounty of the earth, for the gifts our hands have drawn from the soil. We plant and we reap, we till and we take. But tell me, who amongst us gives thanks to the soil itself?" And he puts his hands on the pulpit and he kind of scans the crowd and he pauses for a moment. And you can hear a couple of really uneasy murmurs coming from the parishioners. And then he continues on, raising his hands up again. "The earth remembers our steps, friends. It has fed us, clothed us, and buried us. The earth is patient, but not blind. It has eyes deeper than stone and roots that know the shape of every soul that walks upon it." And once again, he kind of slams his hands down back on the pulpit and he stares at the parishioners again. You can hear the wood under his hands creak a little bit. "And in the days before the church, before men drew lines on maps and called them nations, the folk, the good folk of this valley, knew how to honor the ground that bore them. They gave their blood, their breath, their thanks. They sowed, and in turn were sown." And at this point, the congregation shifts a little bit. There's a low wind that's coming through the rafters above you, which causes it to sound like almost like a distant moan. "The good book says that the Lord made man from dust. But dust remembers, my friends, and dust hungers. Have you not felt it? When you walk through the corn and the fields of pumpkins, and the wind moves strange, when the ground feels soft, though it hasn't rained, that is the earth breathing. The great and merciful earth stirring beneath our feet." And you hear a couple of parishioners gasp, and you can see a couple of them are becoming a little bit more animated in the crowd. A lot of them nodding, a lot of them, you can hear a lot of agreement. from the parishioners. He raises his hands and he starts to smile, and he's got this uncannily wide grin full of these little tiny teeth that look, kind of sickly yellow. Do not fear. The earth does not destroy. It renews. And from death comes life, and from rot comes growth. Our fathers fed the fields with their sweat, and our mothers with their tears. And we shall feed it with our faith. His eyes, he looks upwards towards the rafters, where you can hear that strange moan or hum come from the rafters as the light wind blows through it. Tonight, beneath the harvest moon, the soil shall drink once more. And when the morning comes, Harper's Hollow shall be reborn. No more blight. No more famine. Only roots and plenty and life everlasting. He slams his hands on the pulpit, and the candles nearby flicker violently. Kneel, children of the field. Press your palms to the floorboards. Feel the warmth beneath your hands, for the earth stirs, and the eater listens. And we, the earth's harvest. We're going to take this opportunity to continue next week. But before then, he says, hush now. The soil is listening.
That is super ominous and creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
A quick note, before you guys headed in, Morgan would have told you that he was going to wait outside. I was looking at my backstory, and my character grew up Seventh-day Adventist, but he's now a staunch atheist. So he would have told you that there was nothing inside that building that held any interest for him.
That works for me.
He's probably just outside smoking a pipe right now while you guys are listening to all that batshit talk.
So yeah, that's where we're going to stop for tonight, because it is 5 of 10, and I know we have a hard stop at 10. So I was hoping to be able to get to a point just before then. I want to thank all of you guys for playing, and Chris, I'm sure there are some final words that you need to say for the channel.
Well, sure. We'll be back next week with more Call of Cthulhu. That'll be our last game before Halloween. Ooh. So extra spooky, timely, as the current adventure is set on the 30th. So that's cool. This Sunday on the Odd Lot YouTube channel, you can find the Kingdom of Steam, Dungeons and Dragons steampunk adventure going on, our campaign that's going on there, run by Alex and Calvin. I've actually been drawing a complete blank on where we left off on that. Oh, we're in hell. Sorry, yeah, forgot. We just got hired. Got hired to be
oh yeah,
drivers in, what was the name of the race?
The Big Death Race.
I want to say it was the Big Death Race.
The Big Death Race.
Death Race.
By the assistant manager of Avernus, apparently, or at least a corporation in Avernus, because hell apparently is all corporations. And then on Monday, we continue on with our Pathfinder 2nd Edition campaign, Fortune's Fools. We are on a boat. We're on a boat. We're on a ship. And we are headed into the mists to maybe do some pirating and adventuring. It's been a lot of fun, and the characters are pretty cool, and I'm playing a total jerk, so it's great. But as I said, we'll be back here next Wednesday with more Call of Cthulhu. Guys, it's great seeing you. See everybody next week. Goodbye, everybody.